Take 3, 4. I really hope I'm centered. You know, one thing that people don't tell you about making content is how sweaty it gets sometimes, because I think this is my third time recording, right? This video from scratch. And there's like another level of stress when it comes to like perfecting the first take. Okay, I'm gonna also not be this. I'm not gonna be this. So starting off,
Mission failed.
this video is all about journaling, why I journal, what got me to journal, and where can I help you guys on your journaling thing, and why you guys should journal in the first place, right? Mouth is dry. Okay, so I showed you guys my collection of journals, and I'm gonna tell you where I started. Coming of December of 2021, I was wrapping up my fall semester of college, and I am doing absolutely horrible, horrible. Um, I'm still lost with this whole college thing, right? During that time, right? I don't know what to do, how to make of it. I was just kind of going with the flow, and I was in like the worst headspace, yo, like super bad headspace, like really bad, right? And no one was willing to listen, right? Or that's what I thought. No one wanted to listen because you get in a dark place like so bad at times that you just want to isolate yourself. I was in that area, right? And so I used to stay up late at night, and this was my first journal. I called it 4 a.m. thoughts for that very reason. And this journal was basically just brain dumping all the struggles, everything that I seen, dealt with, and tried handling, all the failures in life, including me, all went down to that journal, right? This journal had the bulk of it. It saw the most raw of Tommen, right? Also saw some of my early goals, right, for social media, like TikTok. I have it right here. Goals of 2022. Like, this shows, like, how, like, intimate I was with my journals. Like, I wanted to be as honest and true to myself as possible, right? There's areas in this journal where I was traveling, so I jotted wherever I went, right? Like, this was in Virginia, 3:36 a.m. I couldn't fall asleep, so I journaled. This was the start to my journal. But as college slowly started, like, I started figuring things out. Um, I wrote less and less, but I would come back to it, and I just couldn't take this everywhere with me, right? Because it's a big book, and I don't want to carry a lot of stuff in my book bag, right? This is where I get introduced to like minimalism slash minimalistic journals, and that's basically like super small like books that you could carry in the back pocket and write wherever you are. You have no limitations, right? And they're lightweight. They don't hold you down. Um, I actually started off with this. I was in Bangladesh. I took a trip. This was spring semester of 2021. I don't know where I got it from. It's a concrete booklet, right? Like, it was free if I remember correctly, and this got a lot of words in them. And this was as raw as I could get at that time, with no filter. And this was just like talking about everything I've seen, everything that went through this mind onto this page, right? I just didn't want to hold back, right? And I called this "Where the Late Night Thoughts Go," Volume One. As cringe as it sounds, but like, I wrote a lot at night because that's when like the writer's flow like kicks in, and eventually I just wanted to start brain dumping a lot of my content in these books. And so, like, I spoke about what got me to writing in the first place, right? And it's all about like handling like bad moments in a good way, right? Like, writing was definitely a good way for me personally. Um, did it help? Absolutely, definitely helped. And I love rereading certain moments in my life where if I go through something in the future, I go back in the past because I have these same exact words that I've written down at that moment. I could read now, and there's something empowering about that, right? Something very touching about knowing that reoccurring themes of life, they all follow the same pattern, right? Something bad happens, you go through it, you write it, bam, bam, later down the line you read it, and you give yourself that motivation to keep going, right? And I'll briefly mention the composition notebook. Even though this is not really a journal, I've written like 3-4 passages in this, right? In depth, right? Long form. And this was mainly to show that you could literally write in anything. These fancy little notebooks and this and that, it doesn't matter. You can even write on a notepad on your desktop. Drink break. But yeah, you could literally write on your computer, open a Google Docs, and just write there. At least your stuff is backed up without worrying that it gets wiped out, right? Like I have to worry about losing these. And I'll tell you guys this. Like if I lost, I would say these two, I would be definitely hurt at losing these. Why? Because my words at that moment had so much weight on me, and when I dumped it on these are like gold to me, right? These are gems. I want them for the rest of my life, and I'll do anything for them, right? Even though they hold no monetary value now, who's to say this wouldn't hold monetary value when I want to share my I don't want to share my story for money. I do want to like benefit you guys. Like right now, open up a second tab, go to my YouTube channel. If you guys scroll down all the way to when I first started YouTube, I've had videos where I'm journaling, right? And I'm journaling live. And it was in this book that I journaled with, right? And it goes to show, right? I just don't do something for the views and clicks and the metrics, right? I'm actually sharing things things about me to help you guys, right? Fast forward. How do you brain dump, right? How do you brainstorm? And it's literally whatever thought, idea, business plan, or goal, you want to write it down, right? You want to bring thought to life into the physical world and give it some sort of tangible, it's tangible, right? Like you get to rip out the page, do everything to it. It exists. You brought it to existence, right? When when I want to quit social media work, I just go back to this list. These are some goals that have successfully hit. And so you want to use your journals as as a navigation tool, right? You want to write it down and just start exploring. You want to start writing. Dump everything in this brain onto that page. Watch how things flourish, right? You bring stuff into fruition. It's amazing stuff, and it definitely helped me a lot. And so I want you guys to take something from this video, and I want you guys to start journaling anywhere on a napkin, notebook, notepad. Just journal one entry at least, and just do it for at least a week. Trust me, guys, it's gonna help a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you guys take something out of this. Even though this was my third or fourth take, I really want to get back into making long form content. My TikTok vlogs are doing really well, and I want to be more intimate, right? More authentic. So long form content it is. And so this is gonna be my return video, right? Something as raw, intimate as I could get with my followers. And I really hope you guys could, subscribe, like the video, share it, and join me on this ride. Thank you guys. Peace.